But we're back at it. C.Simmers in the lineup right now, current world number 2, going up against Tatiana Weston-Webb and Lakey Peterson. They revel in charging at the end of the road. See a quick up and down right there for Lakey. But in talking to Ross Williams, riding the wave of Stoke. I like that, Mitch. That sounds great to me. Here we go. C.Simmers flying down the line and finds a messy tube. It looked good from the jump, but C.Simmers goes down. They've been jamming every single night. Just keeping it loose down here in El Salvador. And all the accolades that we gave Tatiana Weston-Webb early on about her backhand, that's not indicative of what we usually see. So a quick slip there. And, you know, Mitch, we've done the rock dance here before.
It's come into play in a heat where you needed a score in the final minutes to move on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it was firing out there.
So, you know, I feel like mistakes are going to be magnified because this wave is so fast. See what Tatiana Weston-Webb has for us here. That right there is a Tati turn. And you can see the speed that she's generating down the line here. I mean, that's all the wave right there. Just taking the high line and just a little off her game so far for Tatiana Weston-Webb. Only one big Tati turn there in her last 2 waves. Spot, going to get caught behind. And you tell us what happened here, Mitch.
Well, speed management is the thing, as you have touched upon already, Chris. Great opening turn right there, but you see she takes the high line twice, but it's that third section right there that she's not able to make it around, and it really comes down.
It's really on the strength of one turn, so we're going to vastly improve on that. And here is Jen Now.
Wow.
C.Simmers, surfer, skater, free surfer, contest winner, title contender.
Musician.
She's everything. I mean, one of the best styles in the business for sure. C.Simmers would be on many people's list, and definitely my favorite interview subject as well.
I agree.
She rules. Well, Tatiana Weston-Webb trying to get back into the literal swing of things on her backhand. Couple good turns down the line. I feel like that's going to be a good pace setter. It'll be a decent score. I don't think anyone's really smashed through into that excellent range quite yet. We'll see what Tatiana Weston-Webb is given on this wave.
I like the ferocity in the turns right there, that little extra whip that she has on the backhand, Chris. And a smart maneuver right there to select for the finish, too.
Still at the peak of her abilities. So we see now surfer in white, Lakey Peterson coming through as a wild card, Mitch. So Lakey, of course, you know, a perennial talent. She's a veteran with a huge future as well. Great to see Lakey back in a jersey. Just dealt with some injuries in the past few years.
But not trying to oversurf it. That was really the case in point right there by Katie. And then this one from Lakey, her best ride so far, 3.33. Decent one. One of those that didn't necessarily have the best wall out of the 3 waves that we saw surf. But still, at least getting something on the board, getting her best ride. Nice little click right there, and finishes with a little floater. Former finalist. Given that Tati actually had to withdraw due to illness last year.
Yeah, we were actually staying near Tati, and she was down for the count. She had turned gray for a few days, but bounced back and then headed straight down to Brazil and had a...
Lots of tours and comps, especially Jesse Miley Dyer. They gave them the opportunity. They went out there and ripped, Chris.
I can't wait to be on the lineup with you and Dave. Wait for that invite. Here goes Tatiana Weston-Webb now. And you know, again, this is the exact opposite type of surfing that these surfers were doing just a week ago.
You can wipe off the tops of your feet, you know, like get the bottoms and get everything all nice and sticky, and then you get on your board and catch some waves. But the producer told me I wasn't allowed to catch any waves, so I haven't been able to really get that slime off my feet yet, so I'm still slimy on my feet.
Hey, Strider.
And it's been an hour.
We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Thank you, Strider. 7:15 to go, and we're back at it with Tatiana Weston-Webb, your current heat leader.
Wow.
4 and 3.67.
Woof.
And you know when Mitchell's making noises like that, good things are happening. That is the Tatiana Weston-Webb we know and love. 4 big snaps out the back and gets the completion through to the inside.
The top one. You know, this wave of Tati, though, I really like it, Chris. She caught this under priority, too. She was in highest part of the spot. And as you can see right here, just consecutive maneuvers, just one after the other. Great flow. Love the variety of attack, too. And really smart just to be able to land on her feet for the finish, too.
Fans are hyped on the beach, and I'm sure the judges are going to like what they saw there. We'll see if they throw out for Tatiana Weston-Webb. And this wave's gone pretty weird for C.Simmers, but she's up for it.
Ah.
And answering right there.
And then in contrast right here, Caitlin selects a wave with priority. It seemed like this one was really going to have that wall down the line, just the one turn on the outside. And as you said, quirky right here. She made up for it on the inside, though. Knew that she had to go for something big just to be able to get a score out of it. 5.83 on the opener. To me, this is the best single turn we've seen all heat long. The progression, as you said, right there. But the element of surprise, too, Chris. Completely unexpected right there on that last section by Katie.
Well, she was born and raised on the Pier Bowl right.
Yep. On their previous wave, she needs to get at least something in the mid to upper fives, Chris.
As we see Tatiana now. Mitch, two of my favorite trick names. They're really weird people, non-surfers out when you say them. Foam climb and foam bounce. Well, just like that, C.Simmers flips the heat on the strength of one big fin blow. So Oceanside on top. C.Simmers gets the win. Tatiana Weston-Webb second. Lakey Peterson third. So much more to come here from El Salvador.
Yeah, Katie, you're somebody who at the beginning of the year we talked about how you wanted to be able to get more compy in these heats, and here you are turning the heat in the final minutes in El Salvador. How did you flip that switch?
I guess I kind of saw that it was super slow. Didn't see that it was slow. I saw that it was the opposite of slow. I saw that it was really consistent in the heat before me, so I was like, it's gonna be slow. So I guess, and I also just don't want to end up sitting. Like last year, I literally sat my whole heat, and that sucks. So I just don't want to do that anymore. So I was like, even if I'm catching waves that aren't like completely bad waves, then it'll be like, then I can't really be that bummed. But so I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, just catching waves that look half decent and trying to surf it. Just like didn't really go like too hard, but on that last turn on I think it was a 6, I like kind of thought I went a little too big on the end because I was like, I only need like a 2, like what are you doing? But then I made it, so I was hyped. So that's the story.
That's the story, and it's a good one because it's cool for you to have this moment here in El Salvador where you said, this is what happened last year. I don't want that to happen again. How does that sort of articulate just how you've grown as a professional competitive surfer from last year to this year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm just really like pretty lucky to just get to like travel the world and like live a pretty good life. So I feel like that itself like just teaches you like to be grateful and like, and then in terms of heats, just like trying to get better. I don't know, because you're like, might as well try to stay in it, you know. But yeah, I've just been having a good time lately, just like talking to my friends and like I don't know, listening to Billie Eilish, and those are my 2 things. That's the secret. That's my secret. But now it's public. But yeah, that's.
Don't worry, it's fine. We'll just move on. Congratulations, Katie, on to the quarterfinals. See you then.
Yep, thank you, AJ.